Greetings, brethren. Hausburger Donkey here, and a quick update on Deadcember. I had started originally on the skeletons, but then I had to take a break there because I couldn't quite finish them before Leon T66's zombies arrived, which you can see here, and so I switched to painting them up instead because I wanted to get them back in the mail as soon as possible. I kind of wanted to be done yesterday and send them today, but it took an extra day. What are you going to do? But I will send them tomorrow. They are now complete. Leon did not want the dirt spatter that I did on my original zombies, and also didn't want the rust effects, which I'm going to add to my original zombies. So these are, finished. And I'm pretty happy with them. It's 40 zombies, and then I'm just gonna show a handful. I also painted another 20 for myself. They're all painted up in exactly the same fashion. And on mine, obviously, I'll add dirt spatter and the rust effect, which I'll also put on the old zombies that I painted up, the first batch. And then my 20 will be ready for basing. And Leon's will not get based by myself. He'll do that himself, because obviously he'll want his army to be consistent. So, he'll want to use his own basing method. And these will go in the post. And then hopefully, they're probably not going to be there before Christmas, which is of course sad. But I do very much hope that they end up making it before the new year, because of course Brexit, and I don't know how customs is gonna work out, so I think it would hopefully save everybody some headache if these made it before then. But I guess we'll see. Concerning the rest of the Deadcember project, I'm gonna have to lift up the camera to show this. Whoop. And this is I'll have to place it to the side. And move over the light, and we can have a look. So this is the state I left the skeletons in when I moved on to the zombies. Let's take this one, I guess. So what I did with them is the same speed painting method that I did with the zombies previously and with lots of other stuff, which means I primed them white, then I washed all of them with Agrax Earthshade head to toe, and then dry brushed them white again to establish some depth. And then what I did on these is I painted the whole bone area up with contrast paint Skeleton Horde. And then the cloth I painted up with, in this case, this was Blood Angels Red. And there's also somewhere I used Leviathan Blue. And then somewhere I used Shaiish Purple. The purple is a bit weird and brownish and dark, but I think it's good enough because it doesn't really matter, because they're now at a stage where I'm going to go over the bone and the cloth areas with another dry brush. Do I have it here? Oh yeah, I do actually. I'm going to go over them with pale sand. This will just be a very, very light and gentle dry brush, just to take some of the sort of strength out of that Skeleton Horde contrast paint, because I actually find it goes pretty brown once you put it on. Like, not even just in the recesses, but on the raised areas, I feel it's very brownish. So I want to give them just a very gentle dry brush, and that will also take some of the edge of the colorful cloth that I put on, because it'll make it look more faded. And then after that, it's wood, leather, bronze, and iron. And then just washes and effects, and they'll be done. So they're also not that far from completion, actually, despite looking somewhat unfinished. Actually, I wanted to also show, I did the same with the metal figures. They just have a lot more cloth on them, but I think that's all right. And I'm using the cloth colors to denote units. So the purple right now is just Spearman, and 10, no, it's just Spearman, actually. And then the other two colors, there's each one unit of 20 soldiers and one unit of 10 archers. And the third unit of 10 archers that used to be here, I actually took that out because I kind of sort of did this project in my head before I had the book. And I didn't really read up specifically on the rules of the undead. And it actually turns out that skeleton archers are really, really terrible. To the point where, even though I'm not really planning to play this game competitively, they're just incredibly bad. I don't know how else to say it. They're just really horrible, and I don't think I will ever play more than 20 of them, which already puts these War Games Atlantics one on the chopping block. And the additional fourth unit, I suppose, that I had, that was definitely never going to get played. So I put them aside, and I have another box of skeleton infantry that I erroneously ordered. Initially, I was just going to sell it on eBay or see if somebody in the community might want it, but now I'm actually just going to make 2 more blocks of 20 skeletons, probably 20 with spear and another 20 with swords as soldiers, because I think I'm actually, I'm likely to actually field them, because, the archers suck. So it would be nice to just have a few more skeletons, because without the archers, I really only have 3 units of 20, and that's not that many points. That's just over 600 points. Even with the ghouls, I'm gonna struggle to reach anything significant. So why not just add another 40? And I mean, as you can see, this was work over a weekend basically to get them all primed, washed, dry brushed, contrast painted, and there's probably another 2 days work to get them to the basing stage, I would say. And so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to finish another 40 in December, and that'll be that. I also put some contrast black on these wraiths. I don't know if that's particularly visible right there. These two. They will be unit leaders, and I did say that before. I didn't have the figures. I do have them now, but I think they're over there, and I haven't really done anything with them yet, so I'll show that in the next video. But yeah, everything that I'm going to be using for the undead army has actually arrived, which is a blessing. I was kind of worried that I might not get some of the stuff before the end of December. But yeah, it's all here now, so that's great. And there'll be an extra... Well, I guess there's going to be an extra 30 skeletons, because 10 were archers and are going to be repurposed. So in total, the number of figures is actually going to go up over 200. And we'll see if I can manage all of that till the end of December. But I mean, the zombies are done. They just need to be based. The skeletons are, as I said, maybe 2 days away from the basing stage. So there'll just be a massive basing fest at some point. Probably around Christmas, actually. Just in time for the holidays. Because, and then these two with their units will have to be done, and the 2 necromancers, which I primed black, because I want them to... I'll put a bit more work into them. And then, that's the army. And I'll let you know how it turns out, but one more shot of these zombies as they are going to go in the package now to be sent off to Lyon. I am still really, really happy with these models. I think they're fantastic, and they're really easy to paint, and they're fun to paint too. I did really enjoy painting up another 60 of them, which, when you paint 80 of a figure and you're still enjoying them, I think that's pretty good. Alright, that's it. Thanks very much for watching, and looking forward to what everybody else is doing, and see you in the next update for Deadcember.